Well, good afternoon. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. And it hadn't started the snowing yet, although it has clouded up phenomenally. And we'll see where things go from there. Hey, check it out. I already got one viewer. Woohoo! Yay! Wonder who that could be, because there's no comments in there yet. But I did post so, and I don't spend 10 minutes doing other crap while people are freaking sitting there trying to watch stuff, or however long it takes moron man to do jack. So let's get right into this, shall we? I've got I'm gonna see if I can do it this way, and we're gonna discuss this fun stuff. Let's see if it'll come up. Oh, it's not even there. Well, shoot. I guess that's not gonna work, is it? That's not gonna. I don't want to share a Chrome tab. Well, I'm going to have to do this, I guess. And as much as I hate to, but this won't take long because I've already made the file a lot smaller. And I'll do it, I'll upload this video. And because I want to talk about some stuff that are in this dumbass because I guess that he decided that he wasn't real happy with his appearance on Drunken Peasants. So he took it upon himself to do his own little thing that, of course, nobody watches because nobody gives a rat's ass. So I had to let that upload. It'll take it a minute to get upload. You know how YouTube is. Sometimes it goes quick. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, which is fine. It's no big deal. But the thing about it is, he makes all these wild ass accusations and all these wild ass claims that have no bearing on reality in any shape or form, and yammers on and yammers on. And I call him out on this bullshit. It's that simple because it's so easy to disprove his crap. It's funny. So he's changed gears. He's changed gears, and he's back to the child molestation and the murder crap and the rape crap and all this other shit that he comes up with. That's so freaking easy to disprove that it becomes fun after a while. Actually, it really does. It really does. And I mean, I'm just, you know, and there for a long time he was bragging about, oh, Harry's going to be in jail and this was not the end of the year. I was going to be in jail before the end of the year 2022, and then I was going to be in jail before the end of 2023, and here we are into 2024 already. And I keep telling him, you're so 100% sure, call the cops. Call them, call them, call them. I encourage you to call them. I really do. I encourage it. Call them up. I don't care because your crap is just that crap. You can't even get stories straight. Now, there we go. Okay, now we're good to go. So I'm going to unmute that. And I'm going to go over here and do the share screen stuff again. Okay, and there it is. All right, so I'm going to run this. Let's see, make sure it's going to work okay.
And I think that's where Harry Brogan missed his calling. His family's not from England. He's actually Irish, believe it or not. His dad was actually born in Ireland. So I guess they got kicked out of Ireland for being homosexuals because his brother followed him over here. Was facing court for over 150 charges of sex with children, mainly underage boys.
Okay, so there we go. Now we're going to start off right off the bat. This was done yesterday or late last night or whatever it is. And you got to love the fact that I don't know what happened. For some reason, he feels the need. He's got to sit in the dark. But hey, that's him. Well, number one, my ancestors are from Ireland. Yes. Like God knows how many years ago. My dad wasn't born in Ireland. My mom wasn't born in Ireland. I wasn't born in Ireland. My brother wasn't born in Ireland. None of my family was born overseas. None of my direct family was born overseas. I'm sure if you go back a couple hundred years, yeah, you're probably going to find one of my ancestors because I am Irish descent. So therefore, stands to reason that I would have an ancestor that's actually from Ireland. But not anybody recent. My dad was born in Missouri, you freaking moron. And I don't know how many times I've said that. You just can't, you can't make this stuff up. You got to let him speak for himself. So here, let's go a little more.
Then he was found dead. Seems like some of them parents decided he didn't need to live no more, and he didn't even need to waste time going to court. But they also discovered, I believe, about at least 8 bodies on his property there, of course, underage children. 150 plus charges. Not to count 8 counts of fucking murder he would have faced. Most likely, right? So, who do you think broke in Harry Brogan's ass?
See, he's got this incredible infatuation with children and murderers. So what's up with that? You seen anybody and being gay? What is it? What is all this about? All the time, you don't see anybody else out there constantly talking about this kind of garbage, and that's exactly what it is garbage. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh hell, I'm up to 5 viewers. I hope he's up watching this too. I hope he's up because I'm going to rip you apart.
Set him on a path to becoming a serial killer and killing people with a knife.
Oh, now it's with a knife and what we've got away from the fires, from burning bodies, or are we just going to stick with it? Can you make up your mind which story you're going to stick with there, moron?
Same way that those children were killed. Do you think Harry was coaxed by his uncle to kill a few of them kids with the knife so that he could learn how to kill people with the knife? Oh, Harry had a heart attack upon moving. Being kicked out of his free rent pad he had going on, where all he had to do is be a sex slave. So he had a massive heart attack, got him a 4-wheel bicycle, pedal bike. It ain't even electric. And that's his mode of transportation.
Now he's got one thing right, and that, yes, I did have a heart attack, but that was in June of last year, and yeah, it was a bad one. It had nothing to do with moving. It had to do with damn near 50 years of frickin' smoking. And it definitely didn't have to do with any of Bob's, what he claims was stress caused by Bob, which never happened. And by the way, it's not a 4-wheel thing either. It's 3. It's a trike. It's just low to the ground. And no, it's not electric. It's not electric. Well, not yet. I'm hoping to put an electric motor on it before too long. Unfortunately, right now I have other things that take priority over getting an electric motor put on that, because that's going to run in the neighborhood of between $400 and $600 to have one put on. So that's the reason it doesn't have an electric one yet. And continuing on.
How pathetic.
As he picks his nose. Nice.
And seems like if you follow his trend of murder, by knife in particular, every time he had to move somewhere because he got kicked the fuck out, generally that was the problem with him. He couldn't pay rent.
Pick our nose again.
And he was too much of an asshole, so they just told him to get the fuck on down the road on more than one occasion. I can promise you that. Dead.
Oh, you can promise us that. How many times do you say that during a stream? You promised everybody, you promised that I would be in jail. You promised in 2022. You promised that I would be in jail in 2023. You're going to promise it this year too? You're going to promise that you're going to come visit me in 3 months like you were doing so often before? And it's never going to happen? Yeah, promise that.
Harry just couldn't get along with anybody. Never got along with gay men, even though he's about as gay as it gets. He only used his homosexuality to stalk gay men.
And here we are back to the gay stuff again. Bob's got this infatuation with gay people. Maybe it's because he's still in the closet. Is that a possibility? And no, I'm not gonna fart into the screen. I don't even know where that came from.
So he could get close to him in a relationship type setting of some sort, and then stab them to death. So he could pillage wherever they lived, an apartment, a home, or whatever. Just take whatever was of value and go on down the road.
And I'm still waiting for Bob to actually show anything in the way of any sort of proof. Even shit, where did he come up with this crap? Can anybody share that? Has anybody got any idea where he manages to come still selling used underwear? What? Is that one of his latest things? I'm selling used underwear now? Oh, good.
And the whole thing about it is, I think he's stressed out every time he had to move, and that's why as soon as he moved somewhere, he had to kill somebody.
This is good.
Satisfy his hunger, being scared. Don't want to be scared no more. Go out, kill a woman, make you feel more like a man, right? That's Harry Brogan, monster, a true monster.
So we've gone from gay man to flipping around, and when I move someplace and stress out, I kill a woman. Okay, so we're going to change back and forth and change up. And once again, we see he contradicts himself. A, B. This is so much bullshit that it's freaking comedy. This is comedic relief for me. It's freaking hilarious because I look at it this way: as long as he's coming at me, he's leaving other people alone. That's fine because everybody knows this is bullshit. This is fun.
So it seems like we're able to paint a picture now that he's 66 and coming off of a massive heart attack. And I wonder who called the ambulance for him. I need to go back and slap them on the back of the head a few times. Anyway. But it does help us paint the picture a little more. Him stressing out over getting kicked out again. And his trail of murder. If he didn't kill him on the way from one place to another, he killed him shortly after he got there, if he was under stress because he got kicked out. But his one safe haven seemed to be Virginia Beach, the land of the gay men. And there's so many transvestites live out there, you'd shake your head at. You couldn't believe it. And they ran him out because they decided they didn't want no monster preying on gay men living among them. I don't blame them, really. And of all the people to not do a show on Harry Brogan, and of all the people who had a 10th anniversary gay coming out live stream, if you will, the drunken peasants. So it makes you wonder, are the drunken peasants boogeymen or not?
Yeah, the drunken peasants did their 10-hour 10th anniversary live stream. And Bob, believe it or not, went on it. He was there. He went on it. He talked a bunch of his crap. Of course, Bob doesn't even realize it that they bring him, not only them, but other people bring him on streams because he's a laughing stock. And he doesn't even realize, that's the funny part about it. He doesn't even realize that he's a laughing stock anymore. He just thinks that this is they're so nice to have me on the stream. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. So he goes on and on and on about that.
Or are they just two scared fat boys who love sucking each other off? Probably their favorite number would be 69. Or maybe doing a lickety split. Big Ben, have you ever ate out another man's vagina? His cunt? The man cunt? He'd probably say.
So, how do you know about this, Bob? And I want to know, since when does a man have a vagina? Is that even possible? Is that possible? I don't think so. Bob thinks it is, though, obviously.
They tell you, yeah, I like to eat pussy. Or he would say, oh, that's gross, Bob. Well, not for you guys like you. Is that how Harry got you? He moved to the state of Washington and got right in between you and Big Billy. I could see you two now.
See, I love the way that he's going after the drunken peasants, which is amusing. And then he says, "Did Harry go to Washington?" When the reality is, Bob, you know this for a fact. You actually lived in Everett, Washington for a while. Isn't that right? Oops, was I supposed to say that? Of course, it was at the homeless shelter, but you did stay in Everett, Washington. So it's conceivable that, are you talking about yourself?
You know, that'd be Big Ben in his mouth, and Big Billy would be like, "What? What? I don't feel nothing. I ain't hitting nothing but air." And Ben going, "That's not possible. Let me check out the scene here. Spreads and butt cheeks. And lo and behold, that's an awfully big titty for a man." He says, "I bet I could fit half my hand in there." And then next thing you know, he's up past his wrist. Thinking, "Oh my God, what happened to you, Harry?" Harry's laughing his ass off. Ha, 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 ha. Did it to myself. Poor Harry. You did do it to yourself. That's a fact. In more ways than one. Harry likes going around trying to get people evicted or put them in a bad situation where they have to move. He's not used to being put in that situation.
And here he goes with another outrageously insane and asinine comment streak, which is not surprising. Again, not surprising, and it's nothing new, and it's comic relief at its best.
And he's not used to being an old, weak excuse for a human man.
Old and weak? I'm 66 years old, and I bet dollars to donuts I'm in a hell of a lot better shape than you are at 56. You're 10 years younger than I am. And what do? You stream from a bedroom, laying in bed. You eat in bed. We've seen it. We've seen you do 8, 9, 10-hour streams cracking beers back, and you can't get up and go to the bathroom once. You know, okay, I bet your room's really on the rancid side. And where do you see me stream from? Come on, let's hear it. That's right. I ride that thing, and I get out and I stay in shape. You, on the other hand, you would prefer to lay around and drink beer all day long than to get out and do anything, with the exception, of course, of maybe going to Walmart when you have to get more beer.
Harry is about as big a sissy as it gets, first of all. He's 100% sissy. 101 in a fair fight. Harry ain't gonna be seen. You might see his backside running. Because Harry has a yellow streak down his back like you would not believe. He wasn't never scared of going to prison because, well, his ass is already blown the fuck out. So might as well go have a gay party for a few years if you do get caught. And Harry just never pictured himself under federal investigation as a serial killer. And when caught, if he lives long enough, he don't keep having massive heart attacks and dying on us, he'll get his dream of going to prison.
Oh, so we're back to the serial killer stuff, but now it's a federal investigation. Okay, well, what do I need to do? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see where we've got. All right. Well, you're gonna have to call the Omaha office, Bob, because Lincoln doesn't have a FBI specific office in Lincoln. So, and that number for you is 402-493-8688. You can give them a call. Since now you think it's a federal investigation.
Only he's going to get a cell all by himself. It ain't going to be no gay paradise. Oh, those gay men in that prison, they're going to see to it that you don't got nothing. No cell phone, no laptop. Harry's not even going to be able to hear the guards talk to one another.
I didn't think you could have cell phones in prison anyway. Is that a thing now? Do you get cell phones in prison now, Bob? Is that something you know about? Do you get cell phones in prison now?
Moving directly after he murdered somebody, but I mean, you would think with today's technology, they would have caught that old serial killer long ago.
Yeah, you would have thought that, huh?
But no.
Yeah, you would have thought that, but considering that this is all made up bullshit, that would be a good reason, wouldn't it?
Oh, Harry got away with it till he's 66. And then one of the people that he loved to stalk went and looked him up and found out that Harry Brogan is a serial killer. Now look at you, Harry, living on government-assisted housing. You got an old ugly-ass 1930s couch. One of them flat love seat-looking couches. And you know, since you ain't got a bed, you're probably sleeping on that damn thing. Oh, God, I bet that thing is filthy. Imagine all them low-end drug dealers probably on that couch. Imagine how many different nationalities of semen is soaked into that couch. And here you got Harry Brogan, Mr. Smart Man from up north. Apparently he's too damn dumb and poor to be able to go get materials and replace the material on the couch. Proper padding with new seat covers and all of that. And then when you got it apart, you know you need to clean.
Why would I want to do something like that when I have no clue how to reupholster something? That's not something I've ever aspired to do. I'd actually take something like that out and have it redone by somebody that knows what they're doing. It's not that's not something I'm going to do. I could probably do it. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there that show you how to do it, but that's not something that I would rather pay somebody that knows what they're doing to do an upholstery job, as opposed to me trying to go to the trouble and figure out how to do it, because they could probably get it done a hell of a lot quicker than I'd be able to. Another case of Bob talking out his butt.
That motherfucker.
But have you noticed that all the way through this, while he's sitting in darkness, he's been picking at his face left and right? I've been checking that out.
But he's too stupid to put a pot on a stove and maybe, like 4 of them and get them all to boiling point, and then get a a hair dryer, turn it on hot, and aim it at the couch. Steam clean that son of a bitch. Yeah, Harry, he talks a big talk, but at the end of the day, he's just too stupid to function. I mean, for literally about $30, $50, he could have a brand new couch.
And where are you shopping for a $30 or $50 brand new couch? Where are you going to get a brand new couch for 30 or 50 bucks? I've never seen a brand new one for that goes for that cheap. Anybody else out there seen one that goes that cheap? I've never seen one that goes that cheap. I'm down to 3 viewers. Oh well, not that much left on this one.
Well, with the padding and all, I guess about 100, 150.
Well, now we're 100.
About good patty. Not Harry. Not Harry. Because Harry is the stupid, lucky boogeyman.
Yep, that's correct, Bob. I'm the boogeyman, and I'm the boogeyman that's going to be boogering up your stuff all the time, every time, as often as possible. As often as possible. Every time you come up with something like that, I'll bring it up. Because you just can't. The lying is so easy to prove that you're lying. I mean, it's I don't know how much clearer I can say it. It's just that easy to prove your lies all the frickin' time. I am Irish descent. Yes, that much you had correct. Everything else was bullshit. My dad wasn't born in Ireland. My grandfather wasn't born in Ireland. My great-grandfather wasn't born in Ireland. So how can I be in my family have been kicked out of Ireland when none of us were from there originally? Oh my. And I've said it on other streams when I've been out and about, and I even showed it on a stream this morning that I did when I was on the way up to the grocery store. The vehicle that I ride is 3 wheels. It is not 4, it's 3. It's called a tadpole trike. 2 wheels in the front steer it, and the back wheel provides the power. No, it's not electric. No, it's not electric. I'll admit that. I don't care. Why? Am I trying to impress Bob? No. But I will call him out on his lies. And have you, does any, I got 4 viewers. Any of you 4 viewers out there, have you ever seen anyone that is so obsessed with being gay and buttholes and blowjobs and men getting together with men other than Bob? There's nobody out there that's been any more obsessed than he has. Is he in the closet? Hey, that's a real good possibility. That's a real good possibility. Excuse me. Oh, shoot, nobody's coming up. Hi, Amora. That's funny. Bob is in the closet of lies. Oh, no, he's out of the closet with his lies. He's not in the closet. He's in the closet with his gay shit. That's the lie that he's hiding from. Glad to see you jumping in here. Boy, you missed a good one. I was ripping him apart about his freaking bullshit stories from not long ago. Actually, last night. Isn't that right, Bobby? Isn't that right, Bobby? And somebody brought up another thing too. He said that Bob's probably jealous because he can't get into an apartment like I can, like I did actually. And I think part of the reason is this. I applied for I got nothing to hide. It doesn't bother me. I applied for senior housing through HUD. Technically not Section 8, but it's for you guys to understand a little bit better. It's similar to Section 8. They go by your income, and that's how you pay your rent, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I was on a waiting list for a while. I finally got into a place. So in the midst of doing all this paperwork, because when I first moved back here in September, I immediately went out and I started doing all this paperwork and putting in applications for places, and was basically all over town, damn near every day. Every day I was going out and putting in an application someplace, or talking to somebody about an apartment someplace, or meeting someone to look at an apartment. Anyway, that's beside the point. But what I did notice is when you go out and you apply for these programs to get on this stuff, that there's a few things that you have to pass. And one of the big ones, and this is probably due to the what they call it, the Me Too movement, whatever that was, is that if you have anything in regards to domestic, if you're a male anyway, and you got anything on your background that is violence towards a woman, domestic violence, whatever you want to call it, you're not going to get an apartment. You won't get an apartment through HUD or Section 8 or stuff like that. You're going to get thrown out the door. They'll 86 your freaking application, because that's a big thing. I know in this building here that I live in, there are a lot of male and female that could be considered to be vulnerable individuals, either because of the medication that they're on, or because of whatever physical problems that they're having, or something along those, or because of their age. Either way, so they want to make sure that they're not putting anybody like that. And frankly, Bob's got one. You know, he was arrested for that quote unquote knife thing with that woman a number of years back, and yeah, that's what they look for, is stuff like that. And Bob, you copped a plea to it. And granted, you weren't convicted of the rape. He wasn't convicted of the rape, but he did cop a plea for the aggravated assault thing, and ended up with that. And that's what they look for, is shit like that. So Bob would, maybe that's possibly why he goes from room to room to room to room to room, because he can't get into a decent apartment. He's got to settle for these little peon rooms at people's houses where he gets them off of Craigslist, or the little newspaper thingy at the grocery store checkout that you pick up for free, that's got places for rent in it and things for sale and stuff like that. So he goes over and he BS's these people, claims to be such a good person, and then he slurps off their internet until their ISP provider could get a friggin' in contact, because this guy's taking advantage of it. But I know that getting into an apartment is, because I went through it. It's amazing the red tape you have to cut through to get into an apartment. Unfortunately, I got into one. I'm quite happy with what I got. The couch that Bob was making fun of was actually given to me by some very good friends, because when I got back here, I didn't have jack shit. And I'm still working on trying to get that. Hence the reason I'm not too concerned with putting an electric motor on that trike just now because I have more important things to concern myself with than that particular issue. That'll come with time. I don't have the $400 to have an electric motor put on there. I've got other things that are far more concerning than doing that right now. But you know, Bob, you couldn't get into an apartment. No, well, not here anyway, but I'm sure it's the same about every place because it's a federal program. And you never qualify. And that's, like I said, that's likely the reason that you are not in an apartment and you're continuing to stay in rooms for rent. How's that one? Did I hit that nail on the head? Did I hurt your feelings? Have I ripped your lies apart enough today? Should we move on and go to other things? Now, I can't wait for you to go live tonight. I'll be watching. Well, I won't watch it. I'll catch it in the morning. And I'll snip off what I want and use it because I know you'll throw out more lies. But again, since you think that I'm this freaking serial murderer, why aren't you calling and providing the information? If you're that positive and you've got all this information and you've got all this evidence, why are you not calling? Instead of making these bullshit claims on YouTube, because nobody's watching you anyway, Bob. Nobody gives a shit anymore. You're a friggin' laughing. You have turned into a laughing stock with a capital S. It's the only reason people let you on their streams anymore, because you're a laughing stock. That's it. And you don't even see it. You don't even realize it. You think that they want you on their stream because they're taking you serious. That couldn't be further from the truth. You really think that while you were on Drunken Peasants, anyone was believing any of the crap you were rattling off about? No. No, that wasn't happening. Not in the least. So anyway, I've been running for damn near 45 minutes. So hope you guys enjoyed this. And that little clip from Bob. Hope you guys like that. And maybe I'll do another one soon. Maybe I'll jump on somebody's stream later tonight. Never know. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and we'll catch y'all later.